Here at 41 Action News, we're committed to helping our community rebound from the coronavirus pandemic. Tonight, we're wrapping up our week-long series introducing local people who've been affected by COVID-19 in unprecedented ways. We talked to one Shawnee family last week after all of them contracted the virus.
Tonight, we're sharing more of their story and their plea for our community.
When it parked outside the church,
Jason Green met his wife Katie as a teenager as they worked fast food.
She did no work at all, and I did a lot of work. She just sat on the countertop and watched me work, and then we started dating then. Yeah.
True. That was.
Jason is the kind of guy who has always known what he wants.
I was a fire explorer with the fire department when I was 16 years old.
Now he's the EMS chief for the Overland Park Fire Department, celebrating 27 years with OPFD, a husband of more than 20 years, and father to 2 girls.
I don't know if it was a gut instinct, but I just knew this is going to be big and this is not going to be good.
One by one, the whole family contracted COVID-19.
Started with a cough and a little fever, felt achy and tired, and then it just went to the point where I didn't want to take care of myself anymore.
As the girls recovered, their mom and dad had to go to the hospital. Katie went from encouraged,
and now they know what it is and they'll get the right treatment and we'll get this going,
to scared.
This is not happening. He's not the age that this was supposed to be happening to. And
it's very difficult to try and work the next 30 years of advice and parenting you have for your children into a 2-minute phone conversation before you're intubated. And I basically told everybody goodbye.
Jason was on a ventilator for 18 days. One of them, his wife's phone rang.
You know when the hospital calls you and you're in this situation that it's probably not good.
The nurse said she may want to prepare for the end.
I'm 45 and I'm going to be a widow. And I said, we need you. The girls and I need you. And I talked to him as much as I could for the little while I was in there and told him he's going to just have to start fighting harder because it's not looking good. And soon after that, I don't know what did it, but he just started turning around.
Although this family survived, it was a fight.
Your battle's not over, even when you live through COVID.
A lot of people get very sick from COVID that don't die.
Now, the Greens want to raise awareness about just how dangerous the coronavirus is and encourage people to take every precaution.
When you choose to live in a community, you have an obligation to other people in the community.
While you may not get very sick, somebody who you love may.
At one point, Katie was hospitalized too, leaving their 2 teenage daughters home alone. But that's where Jason's fire family came to the rescue.
I've heard so many stories about what was happening and what people were doing. To support my family.
And they took turns sleeping out in the driveway in their trucks so that the girls would never really be home alone at night.
A kindness in the middle of crisis Jason can't comprehend how to repay.
You can't. They really rallied around my family, and I appreciate that for sure.
We know that we are handed a miracle. He did not have very good odds of living, and they told me to come say goodbye. They did not see this turning around. And so my takeaway from this, and where I think it probably changed me and probably Jason as well, is that we know that we were given this gift.
I just have to take a moment to thank everyone that we featured this week for allowing us into their lives and for sharing their stories with us. Look to 41 Action News to follow them on their journeys as we all work to rebound together. You can meet all of the Rebound 5 at kshb.com/rebound.